Is it time to buy or sell Microsoft stock? In this video, we will explore Microsoft in detail. Our initial report was published on our website on Thursday, the 11th of September, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You definitely do not want to miss any important updates that could affect your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool, powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for anyone among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Since the 11th of September 2025, our system has ranked Microsoft as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of negative 0.08. Now let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. The stock has experienced natural fluctuations, but currently reflects a loss of 0.00% since our initial hold or accumulate recommendation. The stock is currently positioned in the lower range of a broad and weak upward trend in the short term, which often presents a favorable buying opportunity. If the lower trend floor at $496.59 is breached, it may initially suggest a deceleration in the rate of increase, but it could also serve as an early warning sign for a potential shift in trend. Analyzing the present 3-month trend, we anticipate a possible change of approximately 4.71% over the upcoming 3 months, with potential returns ranging between 3.79% and 14.19%. In terms of the longer view, our 12-month analysis forecasts a projected change of about 21.07%. According to our calculations, the stock's performance could vary from a decline of 4.46% to an increase of 31.92% over the next year. This would imply a future price range between $478.68 and $660.95. Our latest daily update for Microsoft includes the headline, Microsoft stock upgraded to hold accumulate. The Microsoft stock price gained approximately 0.128% on the last trading day, which was Thursday, the 11th of September, 2025. It rose from $500.37 to $501.01. This marks 4 consecutive days of gains. It will be interesting to see whether this upward trend continues or if the stock takes a small break in the coming days. During the last trading day, the stock experienced fluctuations of 1.06%, with a low of $497.88 and a high of $503.17. Over the last 10 days, the price has increased on 7 occasions, but it is still down by 1.13% for this period. The trading volume declined by 4 million shares on the last day, with a total of 18 million shares exchanged for approximately $8.97 billion. It's important to note that a decrease in volume, while prices are rising, may indicate divergence and could serve as an early warning for potential changes in the next few days. In the past 52 weeks, the stock reached a highest price of $555.45 and a lowest price of $344.79. Currently, the price is 9.8% or $54.44 below the 52-week high of $555.45, which also stands as the all-time high for the stock. Microsoft has recently intensified its focus on artificial intelligence. The company has signed a memorandum of understanding to extend its partnership with OpenAI, coinciding with OpenAI's restructuring efforts. Notably, the nonprofit parent organization of OpenAI will maintain oversight and hold an equity stake valued at over $100 billion. In parallel, Microsoft executives have indicated substantial investment plans to establish an in-house AI chip cluster and enhance self-sufficiency in training models. Internally, Satya Nadella has recognized the need to rebuild trust with employees following layoffs and the introduction of stricter return-to-office policies. Additionally, Microsoft's recent significant agreements with third-party cloud providers have sparked movements within the AI infrastructure market. In the short term, the extension of the OpenAI partnership and the infrastructure deals are expected to boost investor sentiment and potentially elevate the stock as investors factor in ongoing AI revenue and demand for Azure services. However, some volatility around capital expenditure headlines should be anticipated. In the mid to long term, gaining greater control over the computational stack and strengthening ties with OpenAI will substantially enhance Microsoft's competitive advantage in enterprise AI and recurring revenue potential, as long as execution, talent retention, and margin pressures from considerable chip expenditures are effectively managed. Overall, the outlook is positive for the fundamentals, with execution and employee relations presenting key risks. Analyst ratings. On Thursday, the 31st of July, 2025, it was reported that Morgan Stanley assigned Microsoft a rating of overweight with a recommendation to hold. On the same day, UBS assigned Microsoft a rating of buy, also with a hold recommendation. Additionally, Oppenheimer rated Microsoft as outperform with a hold action. Wells Fargo also rated Microsoft as overweight with a recommendation to hold. Finally, Barclays assigned Microsoft a rating of overweight with a hold action. Analysts have assigned Microsoft stock a general buy rating. They have categorized the price-to-earnings ratio as a sell and the price-to-book ratio as a strong sell. Regarding return on investment, analysts have awarded the stock a strong buy rating. The following signals have been identified for Microsoft. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Friday, the 5th of September, 2025, and so far it has risen by 1.21%. Further increases are indicated until a new top pivot is established. Additionally, there is a buy signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, also known as MACD. Volume decreased during the last trading day, even as prices increased, creating a divergence between volume and price, which may serve as an early warning. The stock warrants close monitoring. Some negative signals have also emerged, which could influence the near-term development. Microsoft stock maintains a buy signal from the short-term moving average. However, the long-term average signals a general sell. With the long-term average above the short-term average, there is an overarching sell signal, suggesting a more negative outlook for the stock. If further gains occur, the stock will encounter resistance from the long-term moving average at $512.88. Conversely, if the stock falls, it will find some support from the short-term average at $500.90. A breakout above the long-term average will generate another buy signal, while a decline below the short-term average will trigger an additional sell signal, reinforcing the overall market sentiment. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal 5 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal 5 days ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal 2 days ago. Long-term moving average, sell signal 18 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages, buy signal 15 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, sell signal 19 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal 93 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages, buy signal 84 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to find more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Microsoft. Microsoft finds support from accumulated volume at $495.94. This level may present a buying opportunity, as an upward reaction can be anticipated when the support is tested. Generally, the stock exhibits controlled movements, and with good liquidity, the risk is considered very low. In the past day, the stock fluctuated $5.29 between its high and low, or 1.06%. Over the last week, the stock has experienced a daily average volatility of 1.7%. Before we dive into the possible favorable trading levels for Microsoft, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, let's discuss the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly known as the PE ratio. This important ratio measures a company's current share price relative to its earnings per share. This is a relatively normal PE ratio, often observed in companies with long-term track records or predictable revenues. In other news, the upcoming earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 29th of October, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates are at $3.65. Keep an eye on these figures, as they can significantly influence stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Microsoft. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for Microsoft is at $502.04. Microsoft encounters its first support level at $495.94. If this support level holds, it could present a promising entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Microsoft from multiple analyst sources is buy. Now, let's examine some recent insider trades. The 5 most recent insider trades were conducted by Nadella Satya, who bought and sold 531,829,866 shares or options in the company. Analyzing the 100 most recent insider trades, we have determined that the insider power is negative, with a ratio of negative 1.540. In total, insiders purchased 512,751 shares and sold 552,608 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $475, indicating a decrease of 5.19%. This stock exhibits very low daily fluctuations, presenting minimal risk. A buy signal has been generated from a pivot bottom identified 4 days ago. Is Microsoft stock a good buy? Microsoft displays several positive indicators. However, we do not consider these sufficient for a buy recommendation at this time. Currently, it should be regarded as a hold candidate, suggesting either holding or accumulating shares while we wait for further developments. Notably, we have upgraded our analysis conclusion for this stock since the last evaluation from a sell to a hold candidate. After assessing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Friday, the 12th of September, we anticipate that Microsoft will open lower by approximately 32 cents, starting trading at $500.69. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on the information provided by StockInvest.us. By using this information, you agree to be responsible for your own investment choices. Here is our current perspective on the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please share your thoughts in the comments. What is your target for this stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day from all of us at Stock Invest.